Katherine, have you got a mascot?
I have. So one of the drawbacks of being 39 is that I had a daughter when I was very young. She's now a teenager, so we are at odds sometimes over what's cool, over different language. She calls me a Karen. What can I do about that? You can't complain about being called a Karen. That's exactly what a Karen would do. She criticizes my wardrobe, the way I speak. So we've had a meeting of the minds, and I begged her to help me. This show is all about language, words. I said, will you please help me with some hip, young, cool words so that I can inject them during the show and become less of a Karen. So I've got a few phrases here that she helpfully recorded for me. Let's say if I saw someone's body and I felt like their bum was a lie, their bum was fake, they'd had plastic surgery, I would say,
girl, that body is cap.
Girl, that body is cap. Cap.
Would a serial liar have caps lock?
Yeah.
You're doing that face, Sean. You're doing that face.
Moving on. If you've done something really well, like if you get a great score, you nail the math like Jon usually does, I wouldn't say, Jon's done well there. My daughter says I should say,
you ate that.
You ate that. So I know you don't take public transport, Jimmy, so you might think that riding the bus is not aspirational, but when something is
so bussin',
it's great.
And then, Mum, if something's even better than that, it's mega bussin'.
I love it.
Hat on, hat on, hat on.
Oh,
Now,
who knew the titty waggle was in there?
Listen, I've been working hard on this app. I hope to roll it out soon.
Mum, this is actually such a waste of my time. Why are you being such a Karen? I'll do the rest when I get back.
Katherine Ryan, everyone. It's an extraordinary collection of outfits.
Thank you.
It's colours I've not seen anywhere else.
Yes, some of them you can find in lichen, or lichen, some people call it lichen. I call it lichen.
Katherine, have you got a mascot?
Yes.
Wow, I was right in the middle of a sentence. It's very hard to tell. This is not even a lie. When I speak to my wife, I have to say comma.
Katherine, have you got a mascot?
Did you want to finish
Full
what you're saying about
stop.
lichen? Yes, Jimmy. I don't know if you've noticed, but over the years I have reluctantly taken measures to fight against the effects of aging.
Stop it.
But now that I've had my 40th birthday, I feel like now's the time for me to lean into the eccentric older woman that I'm destined to become. And so my mascot is me, my new persona, Kathy Coots. And so that's me now. I'm rebranding. And you've all got similar hairstyles if you feel like putting them on. You don't have to. I brought enough wigs for everyone. You see, everyone looks more liberated already.
I feel liberated.
We just look like a council on a very bad sci-fi show.
Kathy Cootstra, you know, she likes to take her bra off. She really likes to let loose.
If you're sitting in the front 3 rows, you're in the splash zone.
The Council of Xenar 4 forbids this.
They haven't moved.
I hear what you're saying, Jimmy, and it doesn't bother me anymore.
Right.
Kathy Cootstra, she's given up. Kathy Coots is down for a good time.
It's minor Tennessee Williams, but it's good.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's Tennessee Williams. I've met Katherine's mum, and this is it. Kathy Coots, everyone.
Why did Jon just become a Bee Gee?
Do you feel good about yourself, Jon? Do you feel liberated? Do you want a drink?
I feel alive!
Katherine, have you got a mascot?
I have a mascot.
What have you got?
My daughter loaned me her collection of decorative animals. She collects these with her pocket money. She buys them at boot sales. And the last one I feel is most impressive.
Is that a cock playing the bongos?
Well, it is a decorative, as you say, yes, cock playing the bongos. And I just felt like, where do you know? We've named him Bongo Schlongo, and he is fine in our house. He's circumcised, which he's not going to see in this country ever, let's be honest.
If he wasn't circumcised, he couldn't see himself. He must have jowls.
And
You know. You're like, what's going on?
I like him because he's a piggy bank.
Oh, is that? Yeah, because my bit isn't there on mine.
I think he's great, and he brings me joy and luck.
All right, Catherine, have you got a mascot?
Yes, my mascot is my ex-boyfriend.
Your ex-boyfriend, is he here?
They're all here, Jimmy. May I present to you my favorite one, Bobby.
Put him on. Oh. Hello. Bobby.
So, I brought a picture of Bobby and me when we were little. Cute, right?
This is genuinely you two age what?
We were like 15 or 16 in that photo.
Yeah. So this is a classic countdown. You brought in a trophy you won at high school.
Yeah. Well, we were split up for 20 years. Then we got back together, and everybody thinks it's a cute story. It gives them a lot of hope. And we thought we'd read our breakup letter.
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear the breakup letter.
Okay. Monday. Am I hurting you?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm slightly uncomfortable.
Look how cute we were, John.
This feels like every house party I was at in my teens.
Okay, Monday, June 19th, 2000. Okay, Bobby, I'm gonna get right to the point. Parentheses, about prom. I know you saw me with the security guard. Sad face. Alana said you stormed off into the woods and kicked Vince's tent. I'm sorry that you were hurt, but put yourself in my shoes, please, and imagine how deeply I was hurting after being dumped by the love of my life at prom. Why? I've been a good girlfriend to you, and you know I'm getting my braces off in August. Maybe sooner if they have a cancellation. So what the Love, Kath. And then I passed it to him, and he wrote that.
Okay. Kath, really? The prom party bouncer? He's 31 years old and 285 pounds. But now I realize for sure that we aren't supposed to be together. It's funny you mentioned the future. We're 17. I want my guitar back. Have fun with the bouncer.
Why are you clapping him?
I mean, because he's in the right? You made up with a school security guard.
So I wrote back, Bobby, I was so wounded. My world was ending. I thought we were definitely finished. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done what I did. We can move forward even stronger, but please think carefully because this opportunity will not be on the table for long. I love you. I will give you your guitar, whatever happens.
All right, I responded, Kath, I don't know why I wanted to break up with you. I just felt it was right. There was no specific reason at all. But I'm a man of my word and have to stick with my feelings. I'm sorry it didn't work out the way you wanted.
I don't know why I broke up with you, but I've said I will, so I will.
And then I wrote, can we still have sex at parties?
And I said, no.
And that's the letter.
Catherine and Bobby.
You did a good job. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Bobby.
A genuinely true story. Catherine, have you got a mascot?
I do. So anytime I ask my male coworkers if they want to come around to mine and make slime, they think I'm trying to sleep with them. But I mean actual slime.
What is this slime?
It's very popular on the internet. You know, the kids, they just make slime. They watch people making slime. I'm trying to get my YouTube subscriptions up. I've got some for John and Joe's team, if you'll get your ingredients.
Oh. I thought I could smell glue. I thought it was just Joe.
Okay.
So you start with glue, just PVA glue. Just put as much as you can in there. So glue, just some glue. And then I like to add baking soda. It fluffs it up.
Ooh, me too.
Right? Just some of that. And then you want to put in some shaving foam. And then you fold all that in together. So then you can do the fun stuff. Like you can put some food coloring. So I'll make mine this, oh no, childproof. It's childproof, so you have to push a bit.
Can you do it then, John?
Red.
He knows he's not allowed.
Yeah.
And then you might want
That's tiramisu latte you've made.
You can put some glitter in.
Yes, please.
And then the final ingredient.
It all in there.
It's not that much.
Has anyone ever said that before when making children's slime? They it all in there. Really in the spirit of the slime.
Once you're all mixed in, you just put this contact lens solution, and then it will turn to slime in about 20 seconds.
Good,
You
I
put
like
some
that.
in. If you wouldn't mind, Sean, just giving the boys some. And then you'll see how quickly it becomes slime. Do you want to do it with your hands, Sean, or shall I? No.
I think you should go to your room.
Look, it's slime now. So it's going to get harder and harder as we go.
Hey, John, can we see your slime, please?
I look like I've just wanked off a unicorn.
He does.
Look, Sean's has worked out really well. Isn't that fun and satisfying to play
Yes, it is. This reminds me of my nana's neck.
Katherine, have you got a mascot?
No, I didn't bring one. I couldn't think of one, but I've just been writing poetry every day about my best friend and how much I miss him.
Who's your best friend?
Jimmy Carr.
Okay.
I miss my best friend, Jimmy Carr. I'm lost without his teaching. Like who to see for Botox, who to avoid for anal bleaching. I miss his laugh, his private jet. I long for the hurtful barbs. I miss going to fancy restaurants and Jimmy saying I can't have carbs. I miss comforting his butlers. After their grueling triple shift, while Jimmy's hosting royalty, and they're all plotting their next grift. I loved being your sidekick, and now it seems I've got the sack. He's doing great without me. Jimmy, all your hair's grown back. I'm cross with Boris in this whole COVID mess, so until this shit relaxes, you're my hero, and I hope you know I'm glad you dodged those taxes.
Katherine Ryan, my best friend.
Now, Katherine, have you got a mascot?
I brought something that's hopefully going to inspire me, inspire us all. I brought a photo of me the last time I was here on Countdown. Did you notice anything different? I was fat as hell. A lot of us had a difficult pandemic, difficult lockdown. Some of us gained 3 stone. And that was a humbling experience for me. I learned that it's okay, and I've learned that it's okay, and I've written a poem about it.
You've written a poem? Well, I think we're all looking forward to that, aren't we? Because you sound like a hell of a rotter.
The lady can't make a malapropism. What kind of show is this, mate?
I wrote a poem about my experience gaining loads of weight in lockdown and how it's made me a better person.
Let's hear it.
My doctor said I had to take steroids, and I thought, okay, I always wanted to be a professional baseball player one day. But what actually happened, with the help of some cake, is I gained 3 stone of pure fat in the work from home break. My husband claimed not to notice that all my clothes had gone funny. In fairness, he does golf a lot and was blinded by my money. Unable to travel, office too close to the kitchen, I became this fat prick, which aroused much suspicion. What has she done to her face? Too much Botox or filler? She's addicted to surgery. The next eye lift could kill her. Save your tweets, Linda. Your concern for me is fake. Just like my tits. But honestly, what's in my face is just weight. But then it struck me, hang on, I think big girls look fine. How can I be body positive if I'm criticizing mine? Remember, if you got fat in lockdown and you gained 2 stone or 3, that if it's good enough for Lizzo, then it's good enough for me. Shake that ass, don't watch yourself. Beauty's from within. Learning self-acceptance is the only way to win. And then I got lipo and came back.
Katherine Ryan, everyone. Katherine, have you got a mascot?
I have. I brought this big idiot deer.
Well, that's certainly Christmassy.
Well, but it's not Christmassy in my house. Anything with a face gets adopted by my daughter, and she refuses to put it away for the remainder of the year. So this deer is in my life, just living around the house. I keep trying to be like, Santa needs it back, you know, Father Christmas. She's like, no, it's mine. That's why I'm converting to Judaism. The Jewish people, they don't hang on to tat. Do they? No bacon in the house, prawns, decorations, foreskins, it's all out of there.
OK. Johnny, have you got a mascot?
Yeah, I've got a brilliant mascot. And it ain't meaty, but it shits all over your veggie option. It's a rallying chopper!
Wow.
That is
The ultimate.
Look at that, mint condition. Who didn't want one of them for Christmas?
Would you care to demonstrate by riding around the desk and jumping off the end?
Of course I would. I'm looking for a way to have an accident and never have to work again.
This is,
Oh,
I mean...
come on, I know, but look at this. There's ladies in the audience who didn't think much of me early on. But see me on Christmas Day now and you'd be going, you know what? He's like an onion, I want to peel him. Dun, 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 dun. It's choptastic.
Johnny, look, you could be a real Santa.
I need to press a front brake and then I'd have gone right over the top.
Johnny, you could be the real Santa. And this thing, you hold this.
Put him on the front, it'd be like in the way. Right.
There you go, that's what you need.
Johnny, wait.
We need a new kind of Christmas carol for this.
Look at the stress that back tyre is under.
Health and safety, suck my dick. Santa's here with a brand new stick. Don't get on the back one, we can do it.
You just turn this into Last of the Summer Wine.
I'll tell you what, stand on the plastic
going
bit.
down.
Right, you ready?
Yes! Do you remember the fun just before the accident? This is it. Wow.
Go on, have a go yourself.
What a spectacle. It's weird, though, David, because I don't associate elves. Oh.
You go, chimp!
I bet if you saw a kid doing that in the street, you would... As every time a kid did a skid, everyone went...
Hang on, sorry, can I have a minute?
Oh.
Does he look like a BMX? It's not designed for bunny hops. Buckle the wheels now. Ruin me Christmas, well done. Some kind of elf you are.
Sure, no, lovely. Katherine, have you got a mascot this evening?
My mascot is more of an extension of friendship. It is a cute shoe, and I've been trying to make friends with Rachel Riley for a few years now. I've been admiring her style. She's one of the cool girls, you see. And I've Googled women, they like shoes.
Me too.
And so I thought, what we should do is just display our cool shoes, because that's the mark of a cool lady. Just put them right on the bar, or maybe, like, you could turn them into some kind of necklace-y stitch. Just display it. Wear your comfortable boots so that when the unlicensed minicab journey goes wrong, you can still run away. You can have money in there.
Rachel, look how cool I am.
I love it. Yeah.
I could be your friend.
You can have some extra numbers.
Catherine, did you bring a mascot?
Yes, let me remove my trough. All right.
All right.
I'll miss you one. Okay, so it's very cold in here because you're the boss, and I assume that beautiful suit is lined with endangered polar bear. And so I've been knitting, haven't I? So I'll get up on here to show you what I've made for the cold studio. Okay, I made this beautiful mermaid tail blanket. So you stick your little feet in there, and then it's a lovely blanket, and see, it's like the tail of a mermaid, so you get to have fun and pretend you're like on the sea. Uh-oh, I've been caught. I didn't want to leave my good friend John in the cold, so I got his measurements, and I made one for John as well. These two little mermaids.
Get your little hooves up. Little tiny hooves.
Cute, right?
Yeah.
And now we can be warm and...
Just coming up a little bit short.
Oh, all right.
Might be the first mermaid to be done for gross indecency. Thank you.
You're welcome, John.
Look out for the rocks. It's a health and safety nightmare.
OK, so Catherine, have you got a mascot?
Yes, I have a mascot. She is a lady. She's blonde, she's beautiful. She's basically Rachel Riley in dog form.
Oh, my God. Is it wearing the same thing as Rachel?
She's lovely, and she's really wise, and she's really just like a beautiful model of a dog. And I thought that Dolly could help Sarah and my good self just be a team of, like, sassy ladies.
Oh, she's so
She's actually your dog, right?
She's my dog. But doesn't she look a lot like if Rachel was turned into a beautiful dog? This dog is smarter than I am, so I really feel that between her beauty and brains, she can help Sarah and myself win Countdown.
OK. Catherine, have you got a mascot?
I have a mascot.
What's your mascot?
I've been in show business 10 years now.
Have you?
Yeah.
Where are all these accents coming from this evening?
10 years in show business. And so I wore shoulder pads, that's number one.
2-0 on shoulder pads, isn't it?
Yeah, I wear as well, yeah.
How many years have you been in show business?
I don't think you could call what Joe does show business. The man that what actually happened is the man that died in that suit had shoulder pads for reasons of his own.
To be fair, he put up a hell of a fight.
So my mascot, after 10 years in show business, I feel like it's time for me to start being an asshole, or like at least having a celebrity quirk. Because, like, Christian Bale goes against superstitions. He'll purposely pour out salt, I read, and walk under ladders. You gotta be quirky, and then there's you and all your stuff. And so I've decided that I should start believing in and collecting crystals with metaphysical properties. So this is a good one. This is an amethyst, I think, and it's like gives you more creative energy. And you bury it in the garden so that it is powered by the earth, and then you dig it up and you just like manifest. Try it, Joe. And then these ones. And then I really believe in this. And I like carry them when I fly, and I'm just like, manifest.
You can fly, that's amazing.
This one's a quartz. That's for unconditional love. It's what I have for you. And also faith in you as a leader. And then this one is just like for purity. And this is the sea. I don't know why, just so you can swim better. And so I brought them here today to help us win.
Are you getting enough sleep?
No.
Catherine, have you got a mascot?
I have a mascot.
What have you got?
Michelle.
What now?
When I was a girl, Jimmy, I wanted everyone to believe that my very obviously doll monkey was real.
And no one believed that it was real because it looked like a doll. And so I had this commissioned for my daughter. It's meant to look like a real monkey. It's filled with all kinds of different organic material to give it the weight of a real baby. And she travels with it, and it costs us like 20 to 30 minutes in customs every single time because they can't believe it's not full of drugs. They can't believe it. Do you want to hold it? Do you like it?
No. I really don't like it.
I love it. Does anybody think it's cute?
No one thinks it's cute.
I love it. Like, I actually love it. And
That's great. Don't breastfeed it. Katherine, have you got a mascot?
I do have a mascot, Jimmy. I attended my daughter's recorder concert at the school, and it made it very clear to me straight away that the arts need to be urgently defunded. We can't be going to any more of this garbage. So I confiscated her recorder, and then also her dad bought her these drumsticks. I say her dad, it was my best guess at the time. And so these are drumming sticks, and they're really fun, actually. You don't even need a hard surface. You can drum on anything. Do you want to give them a go, Sean?
Yes, I'd very much like to.
So, what I thought Sean and I could do for the program is spice it up a bit with some percussion, perhaps happy music when we win, a celebration, you know? So if we get the conundrum, whoa, I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves. If we beat Joe and John on a word.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
If I get a word more than 3 letters,
Yeah.
then we'll do a celebration like this. Right?
Suck my nipples. Suck my nipples.
Katherine, have you got a mascot?
I've got a mascot, Jimmy. I have decided that I would like to become attractive to men. And it's not even difficult to do, no offense, Rachel. I've researched it. And I think for the last 35 years of my life, I've been putting men off. I've been saying things like, you know, I don't want a boyfriend. I feel that men are like dolphins. They should be enjoyed on holiday. And I believe that. But I think I need to be just more palatable to the average man. There are men who like me now, but they are perverts and foot fetishists. I want to broaden my horizons. And so I know that men like a smiley gal. So I've got this, so that even when I'm feeling cross, then the men see me being very welcoming, smiling, and I'm immediately more attractive.
Nothing does it more for a guy than a girl without nostrils. You know, you meet the perfect one, and then you hear this.
Have you got any other plans to make yourself more attractive to men?
Yes, I do. I've got some tape here just to tape up my eyes because I've been wasting a lot of time on Botox, Jimmy. Cut to the chase. Just tape them up so I look more friendly.
What are you taping up?
Just making myself look younger and more attractive.
Baby, you look gorgeous.
Thanks. I've heard, Jimmy, that my hands are too large. I've got kind of man hands. So men really enjoy it when you've got teeny tiny hands. It makes me a lot more approachable. Also, I will always be carrying around sandwiches just to give an offer to any man to seem more attracted to him, right? If it goes very well, Jimmy, I might be ambitious with this one. I've had a tattoo done that just says, grateful for the opportunity.
Katherine, do you have a mascot?
I do have a mascot. A pointless trophy won by me. I won the pointless trophy, which I'm holding now. On the show, Pointless.
I think you've just found an excuse to get that out and show it off.
Do you know what I realized? Everyone loves it.
How often are you getting this thing out?
I remember earlier you said people in England are sort of overly polite.
Yeah.
I think that might be what's happening. OK, Katherine, have you got a mascot?
I do. My daughter knows that white wine is for the day and red wine is for the night. But sadly, she's a terrible mixologist when it comes to other cocktails. And I imagine that a lot of British parents have this same problem. So I have created a children's book called Day Wine, Night Wine, Whiskey, Moonshine. Okay. Mrs. Moonshine is a very busy cat. Whiskey loves his mummy and knows how to keep his mummy relaxed. Mrs. Moonshine asks for, what will she ask for, children? What will it be? A Bloody Mary. She asks for a Bloody Mary when she is feeling unwell, having breakfast, going to church alone, or trying to figure out how to make a one-night stand leave. And then Mrs. Moonshine asks for a margarita when she is enjoying Taco Tuesday, trying to lose weight, preparing for the school recorder concert, or getting over a Mexican lover. What's Mrs. Moonshine gonna ask for next? Oh, a gimlet when she's watching Good Morning Britain in her bra. A gimlet. Long Island iced tea. That's a lot of ingredients in that. Look how delicious. Mom might like this when she's throwing in the towel, generally. She might be angry with a contractor, having a spray tan, or misunderstanding school coffee morning. Loads of cocktails in here, Jimmy. Oh, vodka in a mug. Mom might like this when she's going through an isolated personal crisis that is none of my business, and I love you, but get the to bed. And then it just reminds the children, Mommy, cats are not cool. Alcoholic drinks are for uncool moms and other bellends. Whiskey goes to school and excels at sports, and he does not drink alcohol. The end.